Welcome, my name is Keegan. Today I'm going to show you how to make an iPod Touch second generation or first generation dock. Pretty straightforward dock here. iPod Touch, see what I'm saying? The dock is actually down here. It doesn't look like much, but it actually works very well if you listen to everything I say. Now, first things first. You got your dock. Okay, first generation users please saw. Do not saw. First generation users do not saw anything. Second generation users saw and cut when I tell you to. This earphone haul I'll tell you about later. In your supplies you will need a dock, about a 4 or 5 inch box, at least it goes off the ground, and an iPod 2.0 cable for your computer. Just pretty straightforward cable, comes with your iPod. You can go ahead and buy it at Walmart or the iTunes store. It's about $30. Alright, now what you're going to do, you're going to take it, and then you're going to draw a line around it. Then you're going to flip the dock upside down, so like the bottom is facing you. And then you're going to trace a line. And then you're going to go in about, you're going to cut in about maybe like 2 or 3 millimeters into the box so it'll fit in snugly. Now note, this little thing you got to cut extra. Not too much, but a little bit extra. Okay? Now, what you're going to do is you're just going to keep on cutting it until it fits snugly in there. Do not tape or anything right now. You'll have to do that later, or else everything else will fail. Okay? Now, next what you're going to do, you're going to, remember, first generation iPod Touch users do not saw or anything with your dock. Second generation iPod users, you're going to saw your dock and who not. And you're just gonna make sure it fits on snugly in there. Sorry, moving my box over here. Fits snugly in there. Sorry, it's kind of hard. Mine's not so good. And then just make sure you can see the charger popping out of there. And the little, here, I'll actually show you. The little gray line right there on the little, you probably can't see it because my camera's crappy. The little gray line that's on your iPod always faces you. Got it? And it goes on the little line right there where the dock ends. Okay? And then after that, you just, like I said, you're gonna take it. Make sure the gray part's facing towards you. Not like this. It always goes on the gray part faces away from this thing. Okay? Just gonna stick that in there. What I'm going to do is different than what you're going to do. You can glue it, which I do not recommend in case it gets in the microprocessing thing in there. Or you're going to tape it, and if you don't put this in there, which I'll tell you about later, like I said, you're going to put tape all around there, but don't tape yet. And you're going to tape the dock down over here. Like I said, do not tape yet. Now I'm going to tell you about this little thing. This little thing is a whole iPod in case I wanted to listen to my music while I'm charging my iPod with the dock. You can use like speaker headphones, so you can put it in there, your normal headphones, which will, let me show you here, go out the bottom of the box. I'll tell you about that in a second. And yeah, you can do that. Alright, now you can tape. Take your tape, don't put it inside the dock, but like put it around the edges of the dock, if you can see that. Just around the edges so it's not inside it and onto the box. And then just do it all around, and just do that. Do the same with the other side, and on this part. If you put this in, do not put tape over that. Just tape over that so it'll stay in and fit snugly, and so when you take out your iPod, it won't go with it. Now about this part you must put in, because if you don't, you are going to get screwed over. You got to be able to put the charger through it, and make sure that when you cut it, you have a little hole right there so it'll be able to feed through your whatever you're doing. And then you can just plug it in your computer, use your little dock here, like stick your iPod right on there. Yep, works pretty well. Pretty snug. Looks like it works. Like I said with the earphone piece, only do that if you absolutely want to, because if you do, it'll be a little bit harder to tape it, and it'll be a little bit harder to use your iPod, and I mean, not too much harder, but you know what I'm saying. You get my point. The home button's going to be a little bit harder to access. And if you have the 3.0 firmware update, this will be a lot easier because the USB cable reads it a lot easier than the 2.1.1 firmware. So buy the 3.0 firmware if you can. So yeah, see, look what happens if you don't tape it. This thing's gonna come popping out like that. So that's how you make a iPod Touch dock for free. Remember, I'll also put the supplies in the items list on the side of the screen there, where you'll see my info. 4-inch box off the ground, iPod dock, and a knife, scissors, and your cable. And you'll need a computer or something like a wall charger computer to make sure this will work, because if it doesn't, you'll probably get kind of mad. And I guess that's how you make a second generation iPod dock. It works very well, and I'm quite pleased with how I did it, even though it's a bit cruddy right now. I'm quite pleased it actually fits my iPod. And if you managed to do it, congratulations. But if you have any problems, you can email me. My email address will be on the sidebar for info. And that's about it. You can get my MySpace, Facebook, everything else, YouTube thing on the side of the info bar. You know what I'm saying? You can also get any info there. Contact me or comment. Subscribe, please. Thank you and have a wonderful day. I will be putting on more videos of how to hack your iPod or do stuff like this. If you have any ideas of what you want for free, just contact me.